Adambe State Government resolves to settle land disputes. High Court in Otuochera sentenced fake lawyer to 3 months imprisonment. Federal government sets agenda for youth brighter future. Gaza war. Over 100 persons evacuated as Israel attacks southern Lebanon. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Adambe State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let us give him maximum support for the task ahead. Details of the news. I am Priska Wanko. Adambe State Deputy Governor Dr. Onyekachukwu Ibezim has mandated members of Umwevi Integer in Uyi local government area and their Ivite Umweri Adambe East Council area counterparts to stay clear of the Agui Ifite and Odini Umwopu lands on their disputes between the two communities until the state government gives judgments on the state lands. The Deputy Governor, who is the chairman Adambe State Boundary Committee, gave the directive during a meeting with the two warring communities at the government house in Oka in view of amicably and permanently solving the age-long boundary disputes. Government House correspondent Emmanuel Okonkwo tells us more.
Deputy Governor Ibezim, who reminded the people how dear the life of every resident of the state is to the present administration of Professor Chukwuma Soludo, said that the government will not allow bloodshed of any form in any part of the state, as according to him, protection of life and property of the citizenry is the first priority of the Soludo government. Dr. Ibezim, while warning the two communities against taking laws into their hands, which he said will attract heavy punishments from the state government, advised them to sheath their sword and give peace a chance as they are brothers. He assured both communities that the government will justly handle the matter and ensure that lasting peace returns to the area.
Your brothers and sisters, okay? I'm not usually happy when I hear neighboring towns killing each other. This is serious matter. Boundary issues are not, especially the committee. It's not committee you come and make money or whatever. It's committee of integrity. But still, they accuse the members of all sorts of things. But we are not deterred. We are not. We are moving. Hello. Only truth can kill it.
In their various remarks, the representatives of people of Ifite Umueri, Barrister Ben Anizoba, and chairman of the village, Mr. Tochfu Chidebelo, thanked the state government for wading into the matter, promising to provide the government with all necessary documents that will aid its investigation into the matter, and claimed that Oyi River remains the boundary between Ifite Umueri and Umwevi Inteje from the time immemorial.
Your Excellency, I am sure you have in your disposal the revocation notice that government did, and I am sure it is in your files. I will refer you to go and check and know who actually contributed what. The persons from A to D who actually owns them, because it is there in your file.
On their part, the representative of Umwevi Inteje, Professor Solomon Ekwenze, and the chairman of Umwevi Inteje, Chief Paul Nneli, appreciated the state government for its intervention, countering the claim by their opponents that the Oyi River is the demarcation between the two communities, and appealed that the state government should carefully handle the issue in order to restore permanent peace in the area.
For us, we will not be able to tell you that what we are saying now is final. We cannot say so, because we have to see those documents they are referring to that gave them authority to have our own land. They cannot have it. We have been there from time immemorial. Oyi is not the boundary between Inteje and any other people.
The Permanent Secretary, Office of the Deputy Governor, Dr. Florence Idigo Ibenta, Senior Special Assistant to the Governor on Boundary Matters, Mr. Ekenechukwu Okoye, and Special Advisor to the Governor on Legal Matters, Office of the Deputy Governor, Barrister Chukwunonso Chukwudi, were all present during the event.
Adambe State High Court, sitting in Otuochera, has sentenced one fake lawyer, Obinna Oreizwe, to 3 months imprisonment at Onitsha Correctional Center we had labeled for contempt of court. The court also referred to the case of MC Oliseke law firm that hired the contemptor as a junior lawyer without proper checks to Onitsha branch of the Nigerian Bar Association, NBA, for investigation and disciplinary actions. Correspondent Chukwemeka Modeling tells us more.
The contemptor, dressed in full regalia of a legal practitioner, had on 13th of June 2024 made appearance in the court for a litigant in a land matter, but could not refer to the basic tenets of the profession. This raised suspicions among lawyers in the court, including the judge, leading to his interrogation and subsequent arrest. Upon interrogation by the presiding judge, Justice Okechukwu Onunkwo, during his arraignment, the contemptor confessed that he studied political science at the university, not law, but that he has passion for legal practice. He further explained that he just spent about a month in the law firm that hired him, and that he has never represented anyone in any of the Nigeria courts in the past. Pleading for forgiveness and leniency of the court, Mr. Orezue noted that it was the economic hardship in the country that pushed him into the art after he had worked as a contract staff with Onitsha South local government, adding that he has 5 children and unemployed wife to take care of. In his judgment, Justice Onunkwo slammed the contemptor 3-month sentence with hard labor with effect from 13th June 2024 when he was arrested. He said the sentence was mild because the court considered the contemptor's pleas, adding that the sentence would serve as a deterrent to others who may wish to indulge in such ignoble acts. Speaking on the matter after the judgment, a legal practitioner, Uzochukwu Ozumba, said the court was lenient enough because the contemptor has shown remorse and advised others who may wish to tow such paths to run away, as the court may not be that lenient in future.
The decision was apt and very lenient, and I'm sure it's because of the allocutus that he pleaded. You know, he has 5 children. The wife is not doing anything, he's unemployed, and he has really shown remorse. Yes, and I assure the court that he will not embark in such thing again. So I think the court weighed all these pleadings or prayers of his and gave him the 3-month sentence.
The Deputy Governor of Anambra State, Dr. Onyekachukwu Ibezim, has assured that the present administration of Governor Chukwuma Soludo will keep partnering with non-indigens in the overall interest of the state. The Deputy Governor gave the assurance when the Association of Non-Indigens in Anambra State paid him a concert visit at the Government House, Oka. Correspondent Emmanuel Okonkwo completes the report.
Deputy Governor Ibezim, who acknowledged the importance of the non-indigens in the development and progress of the state, said the government of Professor Soludo will continue to carry them along in scheme of things and commended them for their support so far to the state and encouraged them to do more in that regard. Dr. Ibezim commended the leadership of the Non-Indigens Association for embarking on capturing of the members' data, saying that such will help the state government in the fight against crime and criminality and ensure adequate security of life and property across the state. He used the opportunity to call on non-indigens in the state to help in protecting government property, as according to him, they are part of the state and as such should key into the various initiatives of the state government geared towards bettering the state.
They cannot determine who we are. And that's why Mr. Governor is facing them squarely. We know we've not gotten to where we want to be, but it is better than we met it. And this security is everybody's task. Because we know you, we want to start from the known to the unknown.
Speaking earlier, the president of the Anambra State Association of Non-Indigens, Prince Chigozie Nweke, appreciated Governor Chukwuma Soludo government for carrying the non-indigens along in its policies and programs, promising that the group will continue to play their part in the development and progress of the state.
We, the non-indigens, we capture everybody. We have to do the research to make sure that we carry every state along. And we are solely behind the second tenure of His Excellency. And most of our members, before you become the members of the non-indigene, you must come up with your voter's card. And most of our members are full registered. And it's one of the categories that can make you to be a member. And in times of fighting against insecurity that our governor is doing today, we the non-indigene also want to be part of it. That every non-indigene that lives in the state must be identified at his state of origin.
On their part, the woman leader of the association, Mrs. Esther Audu, director of youth and mobilization, Comrade Godwin Otu, and a member of the group, Comrade Okechukwu Mmaduforo, expressed happiness with Professor Soludo's non-segregative style of leadership, appreciating him for carrying the non-indigenous in the state along in the various recruitments already done in the state, as well as the skill acquisition training, assuring that the non-indigenous are solidly behind his second-term bid.
The relationship between the non-indigenous and the state government is working well. We partner together and they carry us along in everything. And if there's any trouble, they come to us, especially Her Excellency, the Minister of Women Affairs. She has been in our back all this while. And even His Excellency, the Governor of Anambra State, Soludo, is always behind us 100 over 100. We don't have issue with that.
The President, Anambra Association of Town Unions, Barrister Titus Abudo, and the Senior Special Assistant to the Governor on Boundary Matters, Mr. Ekenechukwu Okoye, were present during the event.
The Transition Committee Chairman of Ujikoka Local Government Area, Barrister Chinedu Ononiba, has commended Governor Chukwuma Soludo for his significant contributions to the socio-economic development of the state. Barrister Ononiba will give the commendation at the State House of Assembly complex shortly after his confirmation, said the governor's efforts in different sectors of the state economy has provided positive impact at the grassroots level. House of Assembly correspondent Emmanuel Chibota tells us more.
He emphasized that Governor Soludo's visionary leadership has been instrumental in driving progress and improving the quality of life for residents. Barrister Ononiba expressed gratitude to Governor Soludo for entrusting him with the responsibility of serving the people of Njikoka, pledging to work diligently to meet the expectations of both the governor and Anambra. He praised the governor's strategic initiatives aimed at fostering economic growth and development, pointing out that his policies have attracted investments, improved infrastructure, and enhanced public services.
I'm very happy today we are going to focus on a lot of areas such as security, waste management, necessary infrastructure, take care of drainages, and there are a lot of work.
The TC chairman called on the populace to keep supporting the administration's efforts in order to build a more prosperous Njikoka, contributing to the overall advancement of Anambra State. From the State House of Assembly, Emmanuel Shibata, ABS News.
Youth of Nobi community in the Dembele South local government area have appealed to Adambe state government to intervene in the leadership tussle that is now terrorizing the community. The youth numbering over 60 made this appeal when they engaged in a peaceful demonstration at the government house, Oka, to register their grievance over the tussle in the community. Correspondent Tochukwu Ochie now reports.
The youths had placards with inscriptions such as Nobi Peace Committee is a fraud. PG and his cronies should not sell Nobi cheap to anyone or persons. State government should investigate Nobi PG, among others. Speaking during the peaceful demonstration, the leader of the group, Mr. Emeka Eze, frowned at the leadership of the town and accused it of dividing the peace-loving people of Nobi. Mr. Eze expressed dismay over the operations of town union that has continuously undermined and humiliated the peace committee in the town, which he said points to the fact that they are against the peace and progress of the community. He appealed to the state government to expedite actions in arresting all disputes in the community before it results to bloodshed.
They are here to express their grievances over the leadership of the town union. So the aggrieved youths said this thing will not continue. That's why you see they come out in their numbers so that they will call the attention of the state government.
Contributing, some of the youth, Measures Christian Uzuebunam and Chibuzo Okonkwo, expressed bitterness over the actions of their community stakeholders and wondered how one individual will succeed in sowing the seed of discord in the community. They recalled the different peace initiative instituted on the town, but were thwarted by the same set of people, and also called on government to look into the tenure of the chairmen of the two zones in the community, saying that they have overstayed their tenure and are part of the structure that has kept the town in captivity and darkness.
I'm happy that the state government is about this problem when move. So all the state government is with everlasting peace and Nobi. At least a conducive environment for the Nobi. Both my Igwe and the PG and all the citizens of Nobi. At least they happy.
Responding, the Commissioner for Local Government, Chieftaincy and Community Affairs, Mr. Tony Collins Nwabunwanne, who spoke through the Public Relations Officer of the Ministry, Mr. Henry Nwasike, assured the youths of the state government's commitment to tackling all issues that hinder development and well-being of the people, and assured them of transparent process. Commissioner Nwabunwanne expressed delight and satisfaction over the peaceful conduct of the youth and revealed that the Governor, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, places peace as a priority in achieving the desired state for all, and asked to remain law-abiding citizens in their various villages and zones.
Peace catch on every community. Achọrọ ebe a na-eso okwu na achọrọ mmegide onye ọbụla. Onye ka eji wee kpọọ call a wee sị mba sị bịa ka amala ihe be nụ ka address ya. But while we have just addressed you, I need to share that letter into the government or to the Honorable Commissioner. Ka we nwee documentation ya bụ onwe ihe na-eme wee na-enebi anya. Ekene m unu kunu wee bịa peacefully. Ọ bụrụ ije mebibi ife ma ndị iwe. O gosi na unu dị matured in whatever you are doing.
From the government house in Awka, this is Tochukwochi reporting for ABS News.
In response to implementing commitment made to accelerate the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, Nigerian youths are taking the bull by the horns at the instance of the United Nations Interagency Youth Group to drive the change they desire. The one-day Nigeria Youth Consultating Firm on Youth of the Future tagged Exploring Youth and Multilateral Solutions for Present and the Future brought youths from all walks of life to Abuja, the nation's capital city, to brainstorm on the way forward. Correspondent Ekwi Ajday tells us more.
Addressing the youths, the Minister of Youth Development, Dr. Jamila Ibrahim, said over 60% of Nigeria's population are under 25 years of age, thereby making them the most valuable asset. Hence, their contribution will be instrumental to shaping global discussion on sustainable development. She said the Sustainable Development Goals offer a blueprint for a better world, but requires more than just government's efforts to achieving them.
Look inwards, because the future beckons. Today is not just another meeting. It is the dawn of a new era for our nation. The summit of the future hinges on this very room, on the power of your ideas. Today, we join hands to chart a course for a sustainable, prosperous Nigeria, led by the brilliant visions of our most vital resources, our youth.
The UN Resident Coordinator, Mr. Mohamed Fool, represented by the WHO Country Director, Dr. Walter Mulumbu, said Nigeria plays a pivotal role in shaping public policy and programs in Africa and the global stage. Hence, it is so important that young people from different groups and communities in Nigeria take consultations towards the Summit of the Future seriously and as well articulate robust and strategic perspectives on how to shape development approaches going forward.
In a moment of growing mistrust, as I mentioned earlier, with outdated structures that no longer reflect today's political and economic realities, the summit is a chance to get back on track recommit to a multilateralism that delivers for everyone.
According to him, the Summit of the Future will build on the 2023 SDG Summit, while agreements to improve global cooperation arrangements will in turn lead to delivering on the existing commitments and subcharge the 2030 agenda. Dr. Babatunde Adeleko, representing the United Nations Population Fund Coordinator, said there is a dire need for effective multilateral solutions to address the array of challenges ranging from climate change and economic instability to technological disruption and social inequalities in the world today. The youths in a plenary session, chaired by some of them, laid bare their thoughts and solutions to some of the pressing challenges they encounter on a daily basis. In Abuja, Princess Epi Ajide reporting.
The Israeli army has launched airstrikes against Iran-backed militia Hezbollah positions in southern Lebanon in response to ongoing attacks on northern Israel. In a statement issued by the military yesterday evening, there were no reports of injuries. However, United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres expressed his profound concerns about the escalation of the conflict between Israel and Lebanon along the Blue Line, the demarcation line between both countries set by the United Nations. The race war conflict in the Middle East to widen is real and must be avoided, he said. Since the start of the war in the Gaza Strip in October, there have been daily clashes between the Israeli army, Hezbollah, and allied groups in the border area between Israel and Lebanon. There have been numerous casualties on both sides. The mortar shelling caused heavy destruction in villages on either side of the border. About 150,000 people have been evacuated or have left the combat zone due to the violence. Hezbollah is allied with the Islamist group Hamas in the Gaza Strip, but is considered to be much more powerful. Israel wants to use military and diplomatic pressure to ensure that Hezbollah retreats behind the Litani River, 30 kilometers from the border, as stipulated in an important UN resolution on the 2006 conflict. The Adambe State Chairman of the Football Association, FA, Mr. Chikelo Ilonyesi, has lauded the efforts of the State Governor, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, at encouraging grassroots sport at the envy of other states. Mr. Ilonyesi, who was speaking with the Nigerian Union of Journalists, FCT, Abuja Correspondent Chapel, unveiled him as the brand ambassador for the second edition of the football tournament in Abuja next month. Correspondent Epi Ajide reports.
Football, they say, can break barriers as it has no tribe, religion or status. Hence, it brings different classes of people together. Based on this belief, the Nigeria Union of Journalists, NUJ, FCT Correspondence Chapel is embarking on a 3-day tournament aimed at strengthening relationship between the media and participating organizations. The second edition of the NUJ football tournament, tagged Football for Friendship and Peace, is to bring together 12 teams made up of the media, security agencies, doctors, judges, among others, as a way of promoting synergy among the participating teams. In his speech after the unveiling, Mr. Iloenyusi said Anambra State is the only state in Nigeria where FA is captured in the annual budget, with huge sums of money allocated to it.
Yes, the mistake that we're about to do today is the FA channel platform. Somebody has the question in the platform, why every time they're giving award, everything is awarded? I've been in office for 1.5 years and received 17 awards.
Earlier, the chairman, NUJ FCT Correspondence Chapel, Mr. Jide Onyekunle, had described football as an integral activity that unites the people and has the power to change the world irrespective of the religion, ethnic, and political background.
Football makes people to forget their differences because it is a unifying factor. It heals the wound and bonds people together. It is one of the antidotes for physical fitness and mental health and alertness, which we all need, particularly in the face of the present economic reality and hardship.
The NUJ FCT Council Chairman, Mr. Patrick Osaritin, and the NAWOJ FCT Chairperson, Basi Ifa, on their part, had praised the Correspondence Chapel for deeming it fit to encourage members to keep fit through exercise. The tournament is knockout competition, which means any team that is defeated is out of the game, with several prizes to be won.
And while congratulating the 20 teams that will be filing up for the tournament, I want to say special congratulations to the NAWOJ team.
In Abuja, Princess Ekwi Ajide reporting.
Remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS in many parts of the world by liking our Facebook page at Adambe Broadcasting Service. Subscribe to our YouTube page at youtube.com/ABS Television. Or follow on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. Follow on Twitter and at ABS Radio TV, that is now X. You can also log on to our website, it's www.absradiotv.com. The news this morning, a recap of the main points. Adambe State government has stated a resolve to settle land disputes among communities in the state. High Court in Otuoche has sentenced fake lawyer to 3 months imprisonment. Federal government has set agenda for youth's brighter future. Gaza war, over 100 persons have been evacuated as Israel attacks southern Lebanon. To end the news, here is the special message again. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Adambe State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let us give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that ends the breakfast news at this time on ABS Television. Thanks for watching. I am Priska Wonko. Good morning and have a wonderful day.